Yes. So today we will listen to Dr. Savadekar sir. He is from Plant Biotechnology Center, College of Agriculture, Dapoli. Dr. Balasaheb Samkokung Vidyapith, Dapoli. Okay. Presently, he is working as in charge Plant Biotechnology Center, and from last 25 years, he is in the field of teaching as well as research. We studied there are the variety of the Nagli which has been developed, variation, even furthermore, to his credit, there are the number of MSc students and the PhD students. So he is instrumental in the academic as well as in the research. And today he will speak to you about the laboratory setups and the contribution of this Plant Biotechnology Center, particularly in the last 10 years. So we'll listen from Dr. Savadekar sir regarding the status of work or the achievements of the Plant Biotechnology Center. Savadekar sir, please. Good morning.
Thank you, Deshpande sir. Good morning to all of you. So, last 9 days, we have listened about the different speakers from the various institutes. Actually, today was supposed to talk about the biofertilizer by the Narendra Chavan, who is from the Bangalore, but due to his urgent assignment, he will deliver his lecture later on. So, I take this opportunity to express my views, particularly as the entrepreneurship in the tissue culture. So, the friends, we already know that the banana is the most potential crop as far as the tissue culture is concerned, and there are the number of the laboratory setups are there. And but as far as the Konkan region is concerned, so there are the no lab until we have the only the lab of this DBSKK with Dapoli. So the friends will see, as far as the entrepreneurship development is concerned, what is the possibility of developing the tissue culture laboratory, particularly in Maharashtra. So there are the number of the laboratories are nearby Pune and mostly in Aurangabad and Jalna. But as far as the Konkan region is concerned, so it is a lack of this laboratory facilities. So what are the different reasons for this? And how best we can get rid over this? So that we'll see today. And that is particularly, this topic today is, it is based on totally on the entrepreneurship. So that means what is the setup is required for if you want to establish this particular tissue culture laboratory. What is the requirement for that? And if you want to go further, how we can proceed? So that we'll see in this today's lecture. So the first one is that is laboratory location. If you want to set up the laboratory, what should be the location or where we'll have to locate that particularly? And here, most important thing is that the cost of land. Suppose that if you want to establish this laboratory at the nearby region, particularly the urban site, but or the urban area, but there is the cost of the land, it is too much. So we'll have to establish this such type of the laboratory in such a place that there is the cost of the land should be the minimum. Same time, whenever we are selecting the site, we'll have to try to avoid the site which is the best suitable for the agriculture. The site which is the best suitable for the other purposes that we'll have to select. And here most important that you have to select the site which is somewhat nearby to the urban areas. So that means not too much deep into these local areas, but it should be adjacent to the urban areas. So that means the cost, it is the most important, and we'll have to minimize the cost first. Then the isolation from the foot traffic. So as far as the biotechnology is concerned, or particularly the tissue culture is concerned, so there is a aseptic, maintaining the aseptic condition, it is the most important. So there should be the minimum movement of the people. So that area will have to select, particularly which is nearby to the highway that will have to avoid, or which is the close to the city, that will have to avoid, or which is the close to the market, that area will have to avoid. That area, it should be isolated and it should be free from the peoples. There should be the minimum movement of the peoples, so that we can able to maintain the aseptic condition in the laboratory. Second one is that there is no contamination from the adjacent room. So the adjacent room means that there should not be any pollution from the region, or particularly whenever we are going to set up this particular laboratory into the industrial area, that we will have tried to avoid, which is very close to the chemical industries. Because there are a lot of pollutions are coming from that, not only the chemical pollution, not only the water pollution, but also there is the dust pollution is also there. So that particularly we'll have to avoid, and it will create the number of the problems to the maintaining the aseptic condition to the laboratory. So we'll have to avoid that, and we'll have to locate this particularly tissue culture laboratory in the area which is free from the contamination, or which is free from the adjacent room. Most important is thing that is a constant water supply, because water it is the most essential factor into this. Same time the drains for the sink, that is also most important. As far as the tissue culture is concerned, cleaning, washing, and the most important, that is the distilled water. Just I will give you one example, that is, if you want to harvest the 10 liter of the distilled water, there should be the maximum 150 liter of wastewater is going. So that means that much water supply is required for that, and it should be the sure shot water supply. Try to avoid the water from these bore wells. You try to use the water from the open wells as well as some of the rivers. Because if you go for the, if you harvest the water from the deep bore well, so that chances of occurring this particularly, that is the salts, that is the major limitation, and most of the time the distilled water unit will be get damaged because of the salts. So try to use the water from the open well as well as the river. Same time the drains for the sink, you have to use this proper drainage facility should be there. Otherwise, if there is if there is a poor drainage, then there will be the contamination from microbes. So that will have to avoid. Most important, and the adequate electrical supply. So the electrical supply, as far as the tissue culture laboratory is concerned, we have to maintain all these things into the control condition. And in these control conditions, you will have to maintain the physical conditions of the laboratory, that is temperature, humidity, as well as the light photoperiod. Same time, the autoclave and the distilled water unit, so that also it should be always into the functional. So that means there should be the adequate electrical supply, it is the most important. And here we will suggest that there should be the backup facility, it is essential as far as the tissue culture laboratory is concerned. Then the good natural lighting, it is also most important. Because the microbial growth, it is a major hindrance in case of this biotechnology laboratory, or particularly in the tissue culture. So if there is enough light, so these microbes will be get exposed to the light or the sunlight, and it will be get died. Same time, whenever there is a good light into the washing area or the sterilization area, or sometimes maybe the good light into the media preparation room, so that it will save your electricity. So that's why we have to rely totally onto the natural light as far as these conditions are concerned. Then the another one is the market and the transport facility. Yes, we have seen that. That is the cost of the land, it is the most important. And if it is the cost of the land is important, so that time we are selecting the land into the, sorry. Yeah. That time means we'll have to market facility or the transport facility, we'll have to give more emphasis on that. That means the market, it should be close, or there should be the proximity, or the transport facility should be available. And most important, that the road facility. You have to make the roads, or it should be means how can we say it is approachable? So there should be the easy movement of the transport also, and whatever the product we are going to produce, so that will be get sold into the market very easily. As far as the earlier we were saying about the water supply, that means hard water, it is the most important factor. So that means hard water means, so there are the number of these particular contaminants are there, and most important it is the salt. So that means, so this water will have to avoid for this. Then the proximity to the target market, because our ultimate aim is that whatever our product is there, it should be get transported well into the market. So that means the market facility, first we would have to tap the market facility, and then you think for the production. As far as the, so these are some of the laboratory locations. Whenever we are going to see the locations, so that we'll have to think about of this point, or you have to consider this point into this. Then the designing of the plant tissue culture laboratory, it is also most important, because it is not just like we'll have to construct the rooms and we'll have to put all these instruments into that room. That should be very means it should be very specific. We'll have to not waste the area. So that means to become the financier viable of this particular project, we'll have to particularly we have to must operate the optimum level of the production. My suggestions will be you people is that you have to think into that production in lakh. Don't think into the 100 and the 1,000. Whenever you are thinking into the lakh, then only you have to then only you will going to picturize in future how I will going to attain, how otherwise how I am going to attain this particular target. So that means your target should be big. Then and then only you will move accordingly. Then if the design of the tissue culture laboratory is comprises, so there is the most important is that is glassware and the washing area. It should be there. There should be the storage room. There should be media preparation and sterilization room. There should be the inoculation room. Then the primary growth room. Then the culture transfer room. Then the office and the library. So that means the library means whatever the recent lecture or whatever the recent literature is there. So that otherwise we'll have to look forward for this. And another one is that is the most important. Whenever you are bringing the product outside this, so that time it is required the greenhouse facility. So that means what is the area which is required for your setup of this? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So whatever the area which is required for the construction of the laboratory, that much area is only required for the greenhouse facility. Same time, if you have the mother orchard, that will be the very best, because the mother orchard it is the best source for this tissue culture laboratory. So the floor plan of the laboratory should be designed to promote the maximum efficiency. That means we'll have to use the each inch and inch area for the development or this particularly. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay, no? I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So we'll have to design or we will have to utilize inch and inch area of that laboratory, and the design it should facilitate the maintenance of the required temperature, humidity, and the illumination, particularly the light, and the ventilation, and the laboratory should be free from the dust particles. So this is the most important. So that means your openings, there should be the minimum opening should be there, and there should not be any there should not be any other number of the doors for this. So the structural requirement as far as we concern, if you want to construct the laboratory, what should be the structure is required? How it should be look like? So the roof structure should be treated by the timber or the steel with the anti-rust paint. So if you go to the market particularly, there are the paints are available. So that means the anti-rust paints or the antifungal paints they are required. Particularly, there is the humidity in area where the humidity is very high. So that time we'll have to. There is essentiality or there is a need of protecting our laboratory from the antifungal colors. So that means we'll have to prove the properly screening. It is the most important. And the ceiling shall be at least 2.4 meter from the finished floor line and painted with the latex paint and should be prevented from the dust. The important thing is that the latex paint means we can wash it very thoroughly and easily. The maintenance of this particular the latex paint, it is a very small, very meager. Then there will not be any cost for the maintenance. Just you take the scrubber and just you roof it or the particular you swab it. Then your fungal growth will be get vanished. So that is the most important. The wall shall be concreted and the smooth finished and properly painted with the antifungal or the epoxy paints, and slope shall be at the 45 degrees for the degree centigrade. So that means it is already we have discussed this. All windows shall be properly installed with the 16 mesh screen and at least 1 meter from the finished floor line. So that is also most important. So that there should not be any should not be any movement of this particular microbial growth or any butterflies or any mosquitoes or any flies. And just we discussed with this main door wedge, it should be at least 1.5 meter wide and the moisture and the rust resistant material. The wideness, it is the most important because we'll have to bring this particularly material with the help of the trolleys. So that means if there is a door width, it is a big or somewhat it is a sizable, so that time the movement will be very easy. Then the floor shall be concreted, smooth and the non-skid, and its slope should be the 2 to 4% towards the drain. So that is also most important. So these are some of the structural requirement which is required for this laboratory. Now we'll see one by one how it should be. The glassware and the washing area are the storage room. So whenever you are thinking for the constructions, suppose that if you are doing, if you want to plan for the 5,000 square feet area, so that time whenever you want to thinking for the glassware washing area and the storage room, it should be minimum 300 square feet. That means we'll have to utilize or we'll have to bring just this much 300 square feet area under the room of this glassware washing and this storage. Then another one is that is the media preparation and the sterilization room. So that means there will be this particular this air room, it should be the minimum 300 square feet. Just if you see the glassware washing and the storage room, so that time the washing means there should be at least 2 sinks should be there. So if you see here, there should be the 2 sinks or there is one more sink is there because the washing it is a continuous process and same time whatever the washed material is there, we'll have to need to keep it into the storage room. So that means we'll have to make the arrangement of the racks or the cupboards so that whatever the washed material is there, you can keep it into that particular cupboards. Then in the case of the media preparation, it should be also always 300 square feet area. And here we'll have to put all your the equipment which is required for this tissue culture. So there should be the refrigerator or the freezer. So the size of the refrigerator, that is also important. So if your area is there, so how much area is required or how much capacity is required, that you will have to think. Not same? No. Same I am just doing. No, just 1 minute. Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
PPT is visible. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as the area is, just we have discussed all these things. Yeah. The media preparation room. So there should be the all whatever the material is required. So it should be into the media preparation room. So that is the refrigerator. There is the size of the refrigerator. It will vary because it is based on your purpose. In particularly the tissue culture, what type of this particular media you are going to prepare? Stock 1, stock 2, stock 3, like that. or that means the capacity is the most important. You have to purchase the capacity from the 50 liter to the maximum of the 300 liter capacity. Then another important thing that is the water distillation unit. Just we have discussed, that is the distilled water. It is the prime and the foremost requirement for the tissue culture laboratory. So, in water distillation unit, there should be the capacity of the distillation unit. It should be at least 25 liter per day. Then only we can able to meet the requirement. What is the required daily? Then there is a weighing balance. It is the most important. That is a precise weighing balance. So that means accuracy. It is the most important because we have to weight this particularly this material into the milligram or sometimes into the microgram. So that means the accuracy it is the most important. Then the hot plate and the stirrer, then the pH meter here, this is also most important. Then the autoclave. Sorry. So there are the number of the autoclaves are available. So that is also sometimes the horizontal autoclave. Now people are using the horizontal autoclave. Earlier there was a vertical autoclave where there, but there is a chances of the accident of the vertical autoclave. So now the people are preparing for the horizontal autoclave. And there is a number of the companies are available, Nasteel, Periclave, or the number of companies are emerging companies are there. And the size it will vary from the 5 liter up to the near about the 300 liter. And if you see the market cost is there, so it is also vary from the lakh to the 10 lakh. So based on what is the requirement, what is your requirement? So based on that you have to purchase your autoclave. Then the bottle washing unit. So if you have the if you are familiar with the hand washing, then it is wet and fine. But there are some mechanization is also there. So there are some of the washing unit is also there. Most important, that is the laminar airflow. That is the prime and the important thing which is required for this tissue culture laboratory. Now, the laminar airflow, what is the system is required for that? And what is the important thing is that is the first more important thing is that it should be have the particularly the light. The light means whatever sterilization where that is ultraviolet light. There should be the ultraviolet light because the surface sterilization it is the most important before starting the work. So that time the ultraviolet or the UV light before entering into the lab, its button it should be the outside of the laboratory so that we can or the particularly the inoculation room. So that we can switch on that particularly the UV light first, and then after 15 minutes we enter, switch off that light, and then after 15 minutes you have to enter because it is hazardous to the human beings also. Because whenever they are killing the microbes, same time it will be affecting on the human bodies also. So that time you have to take care of that. Another thing is that is the HEPA filter, HEPA, that is high density, particularly that is high energy particulate system, that is the apparatus. Or these are that means whatever the HEPA filter is there, so it should be always clean. So we have to run this HEPA filter continuously whenever you are working under the laminar airflow. So that means there is a particularly the sterilization of the HEPA filter, it is the most important. Whenever you are starting the work, you have to sterilize with the alcohol or the 70% alcohol, so that whatever the microbes which is there, so that will be removed. Same time you have to take care that sometimes maybe because of that your means the machine, so there may be chances of that opposite rotation. So opposite rotation means sometimes it will be rotated. आपल्याकडे हवा येते की नाही तर ती आतमध्ये जात असते हवा. So that you will have to avoid. So you have to take care of that. So that important thing is that here you have to take the flame of that whatever the burner flame is there. So that whenever the burner flame it is coming towards our body, that time we can say that our laminar flow it is working very precisely or smoothly. So this is the important. Another one is the dissecting kits. So it is just like a operating kit or the operation kits. So you require the scalpel, you require this particularly forceps. Then the another one is that you require the lamps. Sometimes with the different apparatus is also required for that. So that all dissecting kits will have to get autoclave, and then only you will have to go for the work. Air conditioner and the stabilizers are with the stabilizers, it is the most important because the culture conditions, but whenever you are working into the inoculation room, so that time also, and whenever you are putting your culture into the culture room, so that time also the physical maintenance of the physical condition is most important. And here, whenever you are thinking for the temperature, humidity, and the light, so that time there is a need of this particularly air conditioner, and the capacity of the air conditioner, it should be the minimum 1.5 ton, and that much it is required for that. Then sometimes whenever you are working into this particularly smart tissues, particularly for the somatoronal variation, we are going for the somatoronal variation, that time the microscopes are required to see the growth, particularly what is the torpedo shape, what is the this particularly sword shape, or what is the different types of shapes, what we have studied into the earlier lecture. So whether it is visible or not, so that would have to see into the microscope. And another and most important, that is the computer system. If your system it is operating very systematically, so that means what is going on into the culture room, what is going on into the inoculation room, what is going on into the media room, so you can sit into the one place, and within one click you will get all these things into the on your computer. Same time, so whenever you are inoculating all these things, so that time there should be the precise that means the theory or the whatever you are doing the theory based practical, so that you will have to get picturized first, and then only you have to go for the operating point of view. So that means, and another one is that is the primary growth of the culture in operation room. So then it should be at least 3 rooms should be there, and the size of this particular 3 room, it should be there 1,000 square feet of each. Because here it is the most important is that whatever the culture you are maintaining, so it should be you have to stake it into the floors. So you have to use the different types of these floors here, and so we'll have to think for this particular culture staking, it is the most important. And you have, because we have to utilize each and every area. So that means whatever the airspace also is there, so that airspace is also will have to utilize. And for this, there should be the size, it should be the proper room size, it should be proper. Then the aseptic transfer area or the inoculation room, particularly, there should be the partition should be there. आपण म्हणतो की नाही की ज्यावेळेला आपण एखाद्या रूम मध्ये ऑपरेशन थिएटर मध्ये ज्यावेळेला एकदम जात असतो ते एकदम न जाता त्याच्या आतमध्ये एक छोटीशी मिनी रूम असते. आपण त्या मिनी रूमला फक्त आपण हे म्हणतो काय म्हणतो त्या की जस्ट लाईक अ ड्रॉइंग रूम टाइप असं असते, आणि देन ओनली वी आर एंटरिंग इनटू द ऑपरेशन रूम. सो सच टाइप ऑफ द रूम शुड बी देयर. सो व्हाट एव्हर यू इफ यू हॅव टू चेंज युअर ड्रेस, इफ यू हॅव टू wear your apron or whatever the apparatus is there, whenever you have to keep there and you want to move along with that, so that time such type of the room it is essential. Then the administrative office and the laboratory, whether it should be small, that is also enough. And the greenhouse, it is the most important, because finally whenever you are bringing your product, so that you will have to bring out in the greenhouse, and that time you have to think for at least, if your laboratory facility or the laboratory area, if it is a 5,000 square feet, then same area, at least 5,000 square feet, it should be for the greenhouse. So that means at least 1 million plants, it should be, there should be space for the 1 million plants. So that means we will have to design the structural design for that. And nowadays, these structural designs are available into the various architects. If you just you tell them, so we'll have to establish this tissue culture laboratory, or if you come here also, we have also the good setup of the laboratory. Then what should be the sterilization room? So this is also important. Just we are thinking about this particularly, or whenever we are talking about this aseptic culture, so that time sterilization room, it is the most important. So that is the one autoclave, or if it is a 2 autoclave, that is the most important. It is the that would be the very good, because sometimes maybe the one autoclave is one out of the order, then we will have to think for the another autoclave. So that will be help to maintain your daily work into the routine conditions. So that means, and your this particularly, or you can use this some of the ventilated exhaust fan also into the sterilization room. Then also having the tools for the support while placing the media bottles or the autoclave or the cooker for the sterilization. So it is a tool means you have to use this particular the trolleys for shifting your material from the one place to the another place, because it is sometimes it is glass material or sometimes it is some of the hot material is there. So putting directly hands into that material, it will create the hazards or the accident into the laboratory. So that time you have to take care of that. You have to wear the gloves, which is having the cotton gloves, so that there will not be any accident. Then the bottle should be always autoclaved or sterilized at the 121 degrees Celsius temperature for the 50 lbs temperature for the 1 hour. So that if you purchase the automatic autoclave, then everything will be get into this. So it contains it also contains the wrapping paper to wrap of the rubber to tie the inoculant dishes for the sterilization. So there are the wrapping materials. So whatever the plastic we are going to purchase, so it should be the autoclavable, because there are the two grades of the plastic is there. One, it is autoclavable, and another one is just to wrap the plastic material and to keep from the microwave or keep away from the microwave. So that time, if you wrap your material into this particularly the autoclavable plastic material, then it will be there will be the minimum growth of this particularly the microbes are on that. Now, if you see the financial outlay, how much is required? What is if you want to thinking for the 1 million or the plants, or maybe into your production you are thinking for in lakh. So what should be the financial outlay or the commercial if you want to establish the commercial laboratory? So what is requirement for that? So the first one is that is the fixed cost. So that is the most important, because the fixed cost, it will include your land and other things or whatever the requirement, particularly the tissue culture laboratory or the construction. So it is at least minimum it is a 35 lakh. The laboratory equipment it is near about the 30 lakh. Then the furniture, fixer and the officer equipment. Because if you want to develop this, so these are some of the essential materials. So at least 50 lakh or the 1 lakh. The water supply. So you have to, I just already told you try to avoid the bore well, but you go for the open well. So it will be also cost. And the greenhouse facility, it is almost also important. And the important thing is that you have to hire the protocol charges or the protocol for the tissue culture. Sometimes once you install this or once you establish the laboratory, then you can also develop this particular protocol. So that charges you can minimize. And here the total fixed cost for establishing the laboratory, it is almost near about the 70 lakh. It is more than the 70 lakh. And another thing is that there are the recurring costs. So there is the big table of the recurring cost. But if you see for the per plant, the recurring cost will be at least 1.5 to 2 rupees. So that means that particularly will have to add per plant rate. And the fixed asset, the depreciation and all these things, if you go for the break-even point for the project, so the fixed cost, if it is a 72 lakh, and the contribution for it is near about the 2 rupees. So per production or the cost per rupee per production of the plant rate, it is a 4.5 rupees. No doubt it is the cost of the near about the 7 to 8 years ago. Now it may be somewhat the 7 or 8 rupees, but nowadays if you see, some people they are selling their particular material into the 14 rupees per plant, or sometimes they are selling at the 12 rupees per plant. It depends upon the hardened value, and that time we are going to develop the near about the 16 lakh plantlets in your laboratory, which is having the 5,000 square feet area. So this is the about. So what is the requirement for that? Or this is the somewhat the establishment, or what is the cost is required, and how to establish the laboratory. Some notes will have to take whenever you are establishing the laboratory. So it is found that from the 50% of the banana tissue culture laboratory, they are in Maharashtra. They are situated around the Pune. Now, what is the reason behind this? So there are the experts. They are feeling that the climatic conditions of the Pune region, it is the most suitable as far as the greenhouses. There are the tissue culture plantations are concerned, or somewhat the outskirts of the Pune. It is not adjacent to the Pune, or the outskirts of the Pune. So the important thing is that the environmental factor is the most important. There should not be any dry conditions, or there should not be too much humid conditions also. So that means at this point, near about the Mawar, if you see the Mawar are near about the beside that is Aurangabad road or somewhere the Jalna road. So there are the number of the laboratories are situated. Near about, if you see here, in the year 1999 or 2000, the industry rate of the banana tissue culture plant was ₹10. And according to the researcher, so it is not affordable for the plant, 10 rupees plants at that time. Because the sale price, it is they are expecting the sale price at the rate of rupees 6.5 rupees. So you have to make the laboratory price, or you have to minimize the cost up to the near about the 6.5 rupees. So this is the most important. And this price, it could be affordable to the farmers. But nowadays, the people are selling up to that. Now it is almost 20 years ahead now. So near about the 10 rupees are there. So the variable cost after calculation rounded up the rupees 2. So that we have already discussed. So that means the recurring cost will be there. Suppose that is the media and all these things. So that all is the recurring cost. So that is the per plant, it is the rupees 2. And according to the accepted industry norms, so this is most important, the tissue culture venture having the IRR, that is the rate of the selling, that is 17% is considered it is a viable. So the ideal tissue culture project, if it is a 23.20%, means it is not only viable but also found to be profitable. So if there is a more than 20% profit, then only we can say that this project it is viable. So as far as the entrepreneurship development is concerned, we are not only thinking for the banana, but day before yesterday, you have seen about what is going on into the potato, what is going on into the sugar cane, what is going on into the cut flowers. So that we already seen. So once you establish the tissue culture laboratory, then based on the market facility or based on the demand of the people, we can switch over from the different, not only, we will not going to restrict only for the banana, but we can able to shift for the different crops also. Now, whenever you are going to establish such type of the laboratory, so from here we will get the funds for this. So there are the different sources are available. If you go to this particularly, if you want to develop into the small scale, you can go to the agriculture department. They will give the 35% subsidy, and there are some of the in lakh rupees they are going for the funding. Another one is that there is a very big mission, that is the horticulture, National Horticulture Board. If you heard about the NHB, that is which is under the Ministry of the Agriculture Government of the India, which is established here, and they are going to establish this tissue culture laboratory. An important thing is that they are funding 100% for this project, and among these there are the nursery area, including the virus indexing, tissue culture laboratory and all these things, and there are near about 35% subsidy they are giving. The thing is that they are not giving the subsidy directly into your hand, they are putting your subsidy in your bank credit. So this is the beauty. So once you have to decide to go into this, so that time we'll have to tap such type of resources. Another thing is that is the government of India also, if you have the established lab and you have to go for the rehabilitation of the existing tissue culture lab, they are providing the 15 lakh per unit. That means the 100% cost to the public sector as the project based on the private sector, and credit linked bank ended to the subsidy, and it is they are giving the 50% subsidy they are putting into this account. So we have discussed all these things. So what is the setup is required and what are the financial outlay? Sorry. What are the financial outlays required for that, and how to tap these particular resources, or how to tap these particular resources from the different funding agencies. So this is all about the tissue culture laboratory, or what is required for that. Now, if you want to establish or develop this particular tissue culture laboratory, how to submit your detailed project report. So there are the format. The National Horticulture Board, they have given the format of that. and you have to, there are the different schemes. So you have to make this, that is development of the commercial laboratory for the tissue culture production of the plants. And you have to tick mark whatever, in which crop you are going to do and what type of the production you will have to do. So there is a standard format is there. So what are the type of the cultivation, control production, because sometimes the people are establishing only this particular, this part, that is the greenhouse. So that means they are bringing the tissue culture plant from the laboratory and they are hardening it. They are doing the primary hardening, they are doing the secondary hardening and selling it. So that is also possible. So this is also way of the entrepreneurship. Or this is means not the some laboratory, because sometimes means marketing and the production. Sometimes it will be difficult at a time. So that means once you make it, so I'm interested only into this particular marketing or whatever the physical plant types are there, I will bring it, I will harden it, and then I will sell it. So like that, this is the somewhat the project at the glance. So you have to write the project. What is the rationale behind the project? What is the name of the project? What is the rationale behind the project? How we are going to manage it? And what are these particular, what are the descriptions? So these are the different points are there. If you come, I have this some of the, I have some project, written project is there. So if you want, we can able to share it. So those who are interested, you can contact me directly also. These are some of the financial viability of how much you have and what you are required and what is your capacity, and most important is that what technical know-how you have. So that is the economic rate and what is this particularly domestic market are available, whether the land available to you or not, what is this particular layout management, how you are going to do that, and these are things will have to or whether you are importing the mother culture from the other or the some of the import agencies, or you are going to prepare yourself. So that all information you will have to fill up into this plan. So this is all about the project. Then we'll move to the one video. So we have prepared one video. Suppose that if you want to establish this particular the tissue culture laboratory in banana, so what is required for that and how we will have to proceed actually. So that is, this is the one sort of hands-on. And this hands-on, I think you are going to just enjoy this particular video. We have prepared this video for your ready reckoner. But before this, just I will take some few time for the what is going on, what we have achieved until today. So we have developed one variety, that is in case of this particularly through the tissue culture. This is the first stomaclonal variety developed in Maharashtra by the tissue culture technique. So this is the Dapoli 2 variety, which is having the higher calcium and the higher iron as compared to the other variety. Then we have developed some of the protocol for the banana, that is the red banana. We also developed the protocol for the Safed Wilchi. We have the standard protocol of this particularly G9. So like that, we have developed this standard. Then also we are working on the marker assisted selection. Day before yesterday, there was a lecture on that. And then we are also doing the salt tolerant for the development of the salt tolerant variety in case of this. So that time we have developed we have identified these markers particularly, and these markers we are going to utilize for the development of the marker selection variety in case of the rice for the coastal salinity. Important thing is that we have identified the sex detection in kokum because it is a dioecious plant, and identification of the sex at the proper stage or the seedling stage is the most important. And for that we have identified the male and the female. If you see here, in case of the male, there is one additional fragment which is present at this particular base pair and which is absent into the female. So based on that we can able to. So the work it is also in the process. So this particularly fragment we are going to convert into the scar marker. So that will be, it is also possible. This is the one project we have handled, that is the use of the irradiation technique. And if you go for the mutation breeding, so if you see, if you use the higher dose, what will be the condition? If you use this particular lower dose, what will be the germination percentage? And if you see the control, without treatment, there is higher. So that means you will have to find out the LD50. And this LD50, so that means we have to select the plant from this. And from this, we have developed the variable clones of this. So this project is funded by the BRNS Mumbai, and we have developed the different types of the clones of this finger millet. And now these are in pipeline and it is merged to the release shortly. Also, we are working on the tissue culture in case of the rice. We are standardized the protocol for the callus mediated regeneration technique, and also we are doing this particularly where we have developed this protocol from this tissue culture, and now we are standardized this, and we are developed the roots or the plants also in case of this tissue culture. This is the one variety which is developed from this. So if you see here, we have taken the single grain, and from that single grain, we have developed the number of the plants. So this is the beauty of the tissue culture, and from that we have selected this particular number of the plants, and finally these plants, and from that among we have selected the one plant which is having that particular variation, and this particular variation we have identified with the help of the molecular markers. So this is a small or a nutshell in about. Now, whenever you have to develop the entrepreneurship, what is the possibility? Now with the number of the private companies, they are developing the varieties, and they are thinking for the, and there is a fingerprinting, it is most important, or the genetic profile, it is most important. So we are also doing that, and this particularly one profile we are selling at the rupees of the 15,000 per one. So like that, these are the 4 different, and what we will have to depict in this. Now there are the 2 varieties are there. Suppose that there is a 1, 2, and the 3. There are the 2, 3 varieties are there. So what is the difference between this? Suppose that this is the one fragment which is absent here, and this is absent here. So that means we will have to show the variation. So at the molecular level. So this is the beauty of this particularly fingerprinting. And this most of the people, they are coming for this for the fingerprinting of this. So like that, we are also doing the fingerprinting, and also we are earning the money from this, like this. So this is the thanks for your patience listening. Now we'll stop here, and then we'll move to the video. So please don't leave. So this video, it is the most important, and then at the time of this, we'll discuss the things. Very good. Put it. Stop the So it's visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Selection of the explant for the tissue culture is most important step in the tissue culture program. So select the orchard which is healthy, disease free first. Then we require the sword sucker for the tissue culture purpose. We can use the sword sucker for the tissue culture. So what is mean by the sword sucker? So the leaves of that sucker which is like the sword, and that's why this is called as the sword sucker. So dig out the sword sucker or detach the sword sucker from the mother plant. Dig out or separated the sword sucker from the mother plant. this is the actual size of the explant which is selected for the tissue culture. So at the time of the separation of the explant from the mother, here there is no any injured to the base of the explant.
इथे एक important thing is that the size of the gadda, it is the most important. So at least it should be minimum 500 gram, because the base is most important, and that particularly because the meristem it is deeply situated. So that time we have to select that particularly gadda or whatever the sword suckers are there. So it should have the good.
Or sword sucker. So why I am told that the selection of the explant is the most important step, because if you select the diseased plant and you can propagate the plantlets, then your plantlets of course diseased. Here you observe that this sucker which having infection of the bunchy top of banana, and you can't select the such a type of the explant for tissue culture purpose. Tissue culture micropropagation of the banana. Age of this explant is for about 2 to 3 months of the sword sucker. Select the sword suckers from high yielding disease free, means free from bunchy top of an infectious bunchy top of banana and an infectious chlorosis. This sword sucker genetically pure. Mother plant should be preferred for exertion of explant. Selected sword sucker should have average weight of 750 gram, neck diameter 4 to 5 centimeter, 2 to 4 leaves for the sword sucker, and shape of this sword sucker or base of the sword sucker is like a coconut. Then here preparation of the explants for the further inoculation. Here we dig out these suckers from the field. This sword sucker dig out from the field, which is proper size. Cutting of the pseudostem and cut off its roots. Before that, this sucker wash with the help of the tap water. Remove the soil from the sucker. Then peel out the outer leaf or sheets of the pseudostem one by one, or cut with the help of the knife, and prepare the size by peeling the sheets of the sucker one by one. After that, retain the size of this sucker for about 5 to 7 centimeter. Observe here the size of the retaining size of the sucker, 5 to 7 centimeter, and put into the distilled water, and this is called as the shoot tips. You do not select such a type of the sucker for micropropagation, because these suckers which having disease, so you can avoid such a type of the suckers for micropropagation of the banana. In banana tissue culture, there are different stages of the tissue culture. In that first stage, that is the stage 0, is called as pre-treatment to explant. This centimeter. Wash thoroughly with tap water. Remove all the tap water from the green explants. 2 to 3 times all these explants. Put these explants here. Remove all tap water from the explants and put this explant into the beaker for further treatment. Do not touch the explant with your naked hands. So you can use the gloves, sterile gloves, at the time of the handling of the explants. After 5 minutes, remove water from the explants. Next treatment of the explant or peeled sucker with Twin 20. Here measure the Twin 20 for about 5 ml and put into the explant. Then here we can add the water in that explant. Here you can use tap water or distilled water for washing the explant with Twin 20, kept as it is for about 10 minutes. After treatment of the Twin 20 of 10 minutes, remove all water from the explants. Wash thoroughly the explants of the banana with water 2 to 3 times to remove the traces of the Twin 20. To remove all the traces of the Twin 20. This is soap. It is used for the washing. you can use the mild soap for the washing of the plants. Here you can use the running tap water for washing, so remove all the traces of the delinquency from the plant. Okay, to be taken, do not touch the eggplant with the naked hand. So always you can use gloves to avoid contamination in the inoculant. After washing or removing of the traces of the 2020, here combination of Dettol and Savlon, 5 ml of the Dettol put into the explant and 45 ml of the Savlon, which is put into the jar which contain the explants, 20 explants which are in the beaker. So here we used the 5 ml Dettol plus 45 ml Savlon for pre-treatment of the explants. This is 0 stage. Put water into the explants with Savlon and Dettol, and same treatment for about kept 30 minutes. This put as it is for about 30 minutes. Combination of Dettol plus Savlon put into the water and kept explant as it is for about 30 minutes. Then 30 minutes, which is over now. So remove all solution from the explant and wash 2 to 3 times these explants with running tap water to remove the traces of Dettol and Savlon. That time also you can wear the apron and gloves for precaution purpose. Do not touch the explant with naked hands.
खालती सर परचेस केलेले मिळाले का तुम्हाला? अजून पेपर अप होते.
After washing thoroughly with the water, put the explant in the tray and put this explant in running tap water.
Here the most important care we have to take is that there should not be any traces of the detergent. Otherwise, there would be the blackening of this particular explant takes place in your after inoculation within 1 month. So you have to wash it very thoroughly with the tap running water. So this care you have to take.
to remove the all traces from the plant.
त्याला कशी करायची माहिती आहे का? की थीम करायची आणि स्क्रिप्ट लिहायचं थीम करायची आणि हा आणि मग ती क्वालिफाईड करायची आणि त्याच्यामध्ये कसं सगळ्यांना रोल ठेवायचा तो वर्कर आहे त्याचा रोल ठेवायचा त्याच्यानंतर ते ऍक्च्युली सगळ्यात प्रोसिजर जे आहे त्या पार्टमध्ये असे डिव्हाइड करावं लागतं तरी पण चांगली झाली प्रॅक्टिकली हे
Procedure of the explant to wash under the running tap water. This is a transfer room or inoculation room. It is used specifically for transferring explant on culture media in laminar airflow cabinet. It is having HEPA filter for aseptic or sterile condition. Laminar airflow cabinet with HEPA filter. It is used for the inoculation. Here, this is the sterilization method, and sterilizing the laminar airflow cabinet is ultraviolet sterilization method. UV light available in the laminar airflow cabinet used for the sterilization of the laminar airflow. Working with the laminar airflow cabinet under aseptic condition. First, clean the laminar airflow with the help of the alcohol or spirit, 70% alcohol or spirit. So first, spray the chamber with
Start.
spray the chamber with 70% ethanol alcohol first. Then moist the cotton glove. Moist the cotton glove with the help of the 70% alcohol and swab the floor of the laminar airflow cabinet. After that, put on organism.
थांबा.
Put on the, after swabbing with the alcohol, put on the UV lamp for at least 15 minutes to destroy the organism. So this lamp, UV lamp, put at the heat for about 15 minutes. Next.
Start.
Explants wash under running tap water before for about 60 minutes. Explants before that, this explant wash with the running tap water and these explants transfer into the laminar airflow cabinet. So sequential treatment of the explant sterilization carried out in the laminar airflow cabinet. In that first treatment, that is carbendazim 1%. So put the 1% carbendazim in the explant which are earlier treated with the running tap water for about 60 minutes. And after putting into the carbendazim 1%, it kept as it is for about 30 minutes. Here you can shake thoroughly the explant with carbendazim solution. 30 minutes. The microbes help of the flame, and that's why this is called as the flame sterilization. Treatment of the carbon dioxide 1% is over now. So decant the solution of the carbon dioxide from the explants. Decant the solution. Now for washing of the explants, we can use the double distilled water, which is also sterilized in the autoclave. Wash the explant with the double distilled water 2 to 3 times, thoroughly shaking the explants to remove the traces and decant the solution from the explants. Wash the explant with the double distilled water for about 2 to 3 times. Remove all traces from the explant by shaking with the explant with double distilled water. After washing with the double distilled water, use the 70% ethanol treatment for about 1 minute. So put the ethanol 1% in the explant and kept at this speed or shaking for about 1 minute. This is 1 minute treatment. Shake well to treat with the ethanol, or this is the best. If you are shaking the explant, so this is the best for the removal of the microbes or killing of the microbes from the explants. Now treatment is over. 1 minute treatment is over. So remove the alcohol from the explants. Again remove the alcohol traces from the explant with double distilled water and shaking. Wash the explants for about 2 to 3 times. got spirit, where the apron, cap and mask. Avoid fogging inside the transfer room to avoid the contamination. Then sterilize your glassware, that is the petri plates, with the help of the alcohol. Surgical appliances also sterilize with the help of the flame. Here there is a secondary cut, and if you give the secondary cut to the explant, so this kept into the double distilled water. So put this into the double distilled water. So take the double distilled water into the bottle and then start the second cut. This secondary cutting, remove the external wall and reduce the size of the explant with the help of the sterile blade and using the sterile forceps. The size of the explant with sterile blade and using the sterile forceps to remove the sheath one by one of the explant to make the size for second cut. So this is the most important. Cutting is the most important. You do not injure the explant. So peel the sheath one by one with sharp blade, sharp sterile blade, and make the size, that is 2 to 4 centimeter. Size of the explant is 2 to 4 centimeter. After secondary cut, explants washed, rice, distilled water, after the secondary cut, treat the explant with 5% sodium hypochlorite solution. So here you observe, we can put the explant into the sodium hypochlorite solution and started. In shaking the sodium hypochlorite solution applied to all explants.
Start.
After heating the sodium hypochlorite solution for about 5 to 10 minutes, wash, remove the sodium hypochlorite solution and
Start.
remove the sodium hypochlorite solution from the explants. Wash these explants with the help of the double distilled water or sterile distilled water 2 to 3 times.
Start.
Sterilize your instrument with the help of the flame. Before that, prepare the solution of the ciprotazine. Clean the explants once again with the help of sterile blade and minute. So, treatment of the cytotoxin to the explants. So 40 minutes is the first treatment of the cytotoxin. Here, the cytotoxin solution treatment is without shaking for about 40 minutes. Completed. Remove this solution from the cytotoxin. Remove this solution from the explant, that is cytotoxin, after treatment of the 40 minutes. So here there is no any washing of the explant. This is the first treatment. After completion of the first treatment, give the second treatment of the cytotoxin. Then start the second treatment of the cytotoxin.
Start.
Clotting with the sterile tissue paper. Here, remove all traces of the cytotoxin with the help of the sterile tissue paper. Blot the solution, extra solution. Blot the extra solution of the cytotoxin from the explant with the help of the sterile tissue paper. For inoculation of the explant, establish medium prepared by using
Start.
for inoculation of the explant, tissue culture media is prepared by using salts, supplements, plant growth regulator, carbon source. So here, sterilize establishment medium using for inoculation. So put the explant into the on the media culture relative humidity of an air condition for incubation or growing of plant culture under favorable conditions is called as culture room. So environmental conditions such as temperature 25 degree plus minus 2 degree centigrade, humidity 70 to 98%, illumination quantity of light and photo period, and air circulation influences process or growth of the plant. In that, culture racks or shelves is having 4 to 6 compartments situated in this room, and the number of tubes are adjusted in such way that they can give diffuse light of 1000 to 4000 lux intensity. So in that room, humidifiers, air conditioners, time clocks or timer, which is installed for controlling the temperature and humidity and light. Inoculated explant further transfer into the incubation room for incubation and growth of the explant. Here, inoculated explant kept in dark. Dark period of the inoculated explant is for about 1 week. So avoid contamination, spraying of the alcohol or spirit which is on the box, and kept all bottles into the back packet and put for dark condition. There are different stages in the tissue culture of banana. In that, 0 stage, that is preparation and pre-treatment of explant. So here we can follow the preparation and pre-treatment of the explant and inoculate it on the medium. Then these culture put for the establishment for about 3 to 4 weeks. This is a 0 stage. After that, there is a first stage. This is first stage, initiation and establishment of aseptic culture. In that, maintenance of the explants in vitro condition on culture media. This is stage second, proliferation or multiplication of multiple shoots, transfer of shoot on the proliferation medium for multiplication. So in this bottle there is multiplication of the shoots. Third stage means multiple shoots which is obtained from the second stage. Fourth stage, in that rooting of the plantlets takes place in vitro condition on rooting media which having higher concentration of the auxin. This is the last stage in the tissue culture, that is hardening. So hardening of the plantlets in the medium, that is soil, cocopeat and vermiculite. So mixture of these medium we use for the hardening purpose.
So the friends, so this is all about the hands-on, today's hands-on. So then we'll go for the discussion. Sir, we can upload this video on YouTube so we can see it again. Yeah, definitely we'll upload it. This is a feedback from the Ketan Barve. Yeah, now discuss the thing.
For the questions and queries.
Any questions? Hello?
Hello. Yes, sir. Shedgi, sir. Sir, while preparing MS Media, we generally use ammonium nitrate.
Yeah.
But nowadays it is not available or it is banned actually. So what can be the replacement for this ammonium nitrate?
So till today we are using the same.
Yeah, but this February we inquired about it, but we could not get it properly.
We
So
have
they
this-
said it is banned.
Yeah, there is a need to standardize another source of that is a nitrogen source.
Yes, yes.
So because
So from literature, I found that potassium nitrate is also replacement for the same, but the concentration of it, should be
yeah,
standardized.
actually we need to standardize it. Unless
Yes, yes.
we cannot go for this.
One more thing is that regarding the availability of the nitrogen in the media,
Yeah.
nitrogen is supposed to release it with proper speed. That's why rather than the KNO3, we are preferring the means ammonium nitrate. That is the main reason.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So actually today we have tried to give the hands-on. So I think I want some reactions against this video.
Any minor or any minuscule doubt may be there. Nobody could feel accord that how I should ask these things. Student side. Student or any other participant, then student, maybe teacher, maybe some other entrepreneur. Nasal, if no doubt, we'll close the session. Is it okay?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, बोलो.
हॅलो
बोला,
सर
बोला.
जसा आज व्हिडिओ टाकला होता ना सर आपला मायक्रो प्रोपगेशन तसंच जर डीएनए आयसोलेशन आणि डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंटिंग वरती जर टाकलं तर ते खूप
Yes.
चांगलं होईल विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी
Yes, definitely.
सर
Definitely.
ओके सर थँक्यू सर
आजचा व्हिडिओ
आणि
कसा
सर
वाटला?
अजून एक क्वेश्चन होता
हा.
सर इट वॉज गुड सर व्हेरी गुड सर सर माझा एक क्वेश्चन होता सर अमोनियम नायट्रेट जे आहे ते आपण लिक्विड मध्ये बी अवेलेबल आहे का सर
नाही, बॅन
ते आपण
सगळीकडेच
करू
झाले. बॅन तर सगळीकडेच झालेलं आहे. अमोनियम नायट्रेट इट इज टोटली बॅन.
Because it has become the issue.
लिक्विड फॉर्म मध्ये सर लिक्विड फॉर्म मध्ये
नाही, लिक्विड फॉर्म मध्ये नाही. लिक्विड मध्ये नाही.
नाही, आता सध्या तरी अवेलेबल नाही.
ओके सर
सर एक प्रश्न होता हनुमंत वाडेकर
ओके ओके
सर बननामध्ये लिक्विड मीडिया का वापरत नाही सर
ऍक्च्युली कसं म्हणजे लिक्विड मीडिया इट इज व्हेरी व्हेरी गुड फॉर द वुडी प्लांट्स. सो हियर द टिश्यूज आर व्हेरी सॉफ्ट. सो देर इज अ चान्स फॉर द डिकेइंग द टिश्यूज.
ओके
Put it into the liquid media because it
Okay,
is
sir.
the soft tissues are there.
आणि सर दुसरा प्रश्न आहे की सर रेड बनाना च तुम्ही फ्युचर कसं पाहताय त्याचं जो मार्केट पोटेन्शियल जे आहे
It is
मोस्टली
having the good marketing feature because this particular it is a medicinal point of view because it is a precursor of the vitamin A, that is the beta carotene, it is present into this. So it is having the good feature because as far as the medicinal properties are concerned.
And furthermore, nowadays, maybe the red banana, white banana is going to become a very popular because it is good source of the potassium, which is useful for controlling your blood pressure. And definitely that's why all the banana viticulture plants or the banana crop itself, it has achieved the significant place in our agriculture and in our diet also.
सर पण त्याचं कमर्शियलायझेशन जसं ग्रँड 9चं आपण सक्सेस पाहतो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because there was no any laboratory was available and producing this commercial level. Now we have started to produce it at the commercial level. And last year we have already sold near about more than 5,000 plants. So it is commercializing now.
And furthermore, if you'll see the plantation of this particular red banana, it is very routine in the North Konkan rather than the South Konkan. नॉर्थ कोकणला तुम्ही रायगड अलिबाग वगैरे इथं जर तुम्ही आला तर इथं त्याचं प्लांटेशन बऱ्यापैकी चांगल्या प्रमाणात तुम्हाला मिळेल.
येस सर.
Another thing is that as far as the market is concerned, so it is having the good market. If you go for the urban areas, so they are selling near about the 150 rupees per dozen.
येस सर. येस सर.
Yeah. So that's why it's having the good future and it's having the marketing potential also. So there is one question from the Akanksha Sarje. So what is the protocol document? Yes. That protocol document will share you definitely, but
Yes, sir.
pay the fee. Then will Akanksha, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. So that protocol will share definitely, but we are charging the fee for that.
Okay, sir.
And then what is the role of the clinical laboratory in the diagnostic process? Definitely there is a, if you want to go for the sales the banana plant rate, so there is definitely a role of the clinical laboratory. So just I showed you the last slide. So there are the virus industry is the most important. And another thing is that is a particularly which is which is free from the disease or the pest. So that will be get identified with the help of molecular markers also.
The students, those who are not like
Okay, sir. Thank you.
banana tissue culture plant, you should taste it for the bunchy top of banana and cigar top of banana. So these two generally they are observed in case of the banana. Okay.
So one more question is from the Saurabh Bhosle. Sir, tell more about the marketing system. So actually the production it is in our hand, but at the same time the marketing it is your skill. काही लोक म्हणतात की नाही आपण दगड पण सुद्धा विकू शकतो. So that means the marketing it is a skill. You have to tap the market where it is more essential or where it is mostly followed, particularly for the tissue culture plant.
I would like to add some points in this in continuation of this answer. Is that suppose if you are going for the banana plantation and if you will go for the organic plantation, you can send your output in big bazaars, in big malls, where it is sold just like a hot cake. So you have to see the paying ability or the paying capacity of the mass. So it is for the class. Nowadays it is for the class. If you offer it in form of the organic food, you will go for the organic cultivation of this any type of the banana. It may be your grand nine, it may be your red banana or like this. So you can fetch more value from the small cultivation. So you can just explore the possibility. You just collect the data from the different malls in the different cities. Not only I will say that Pune or Bombay, but you can visit to Kolhapur, you can visit to Sangli, Satara. Nowadays the mall culture is flourishing or the mushroom just like anything. So your product will definitely fetch a good value. Is it okay?
So any more questions?
Yes, I think no questions are pending. We are answered or we are trying to comply with your answer questions. Now I think officially we'll conclude this session. And before concluding, as a formal task, I will say thank you to Dr. Savadekar sir for chairing this session. He has nicely presented the things. What is the routine laboratory procedures for the tissue culture culturing, and for that the inputs are given by Dr. Mrs. Sangeeta Sawant, then Mr. Rohit Shinge, and all our supporting staffs in the laboratory. So I'm thankful to them also. They have nicely prepared the video clip. We know that there might be some small deficiencies that we will try to improve. And before I will say or off the screen, I want to go for one instruction to all the students. Some students are regularly inconsistent for their presentation. They are not attending the lectures. Even some students, they are not submitting the feedback for the questionnaire which we are displaying. So these things will be reviewed very seriously, and while issuing the certificate for attending your training, this will be taken into account. We have already issued the notice on the WhatsApp group. So it is my request to all the students and the participants, don't compel us to do some unpleasant things. Please cooperate, because you have paid for that. At least have a concern for what you have paid. That is my request. Don't waste your money, your precious time. Please attend, that you may get some good inputs. Not as a student, but we are also getting some good inputs from some different origin. So I think you have noted these things in positive manner and in positive spirit. So with these few words, I declare that today's session is now concluded, and tomorrow's speaker is Dr. Rahul Chavan. So the session will start at 10 o'clock. So please be associated at 10 o'clock and attend tomorrow's oration. Thank you. Have a nice time. Good day. Bye bye.
Thank you for your patience listening. We'll see
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, sir.
Bye.